Hello everybody, it's Karen. I am here. Welcome to Tuesday Tuneups this morning. I wanted to see how everybody was doing actually. I have been, whoop, there I flashed off, flashed back on. Okay, I'm back on. Hi. I've been getting better from a cold. Not a famous cold, a very unfamous cold. But that's what's been going on with me, and getting a lot of stuff done and resting. So I hope you will do the same if you're feeling like this cold and flu season is getting you down, even if you don't have the famous one. Resting and lots of liquids are really good. Vitamin D, what is it? Vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc. So I'm not a doctor and I don't even play one on TV, but I heard those things are great. So anyways, let's start up with our Tuesday tune-up today. I wanted to talk about, it's our second week into the new year, and sometimes we just start losing a little bit of steam about what we want to do. You know, we drew this imaginary line in the sand and we said, okay, this year is going to be different and this is what I want. And now we've got to figure out how do we change our insides so that the outside world can change and so that we can make those other changes. You need the energy and you always need the action behind it, because if we just do the energy and nothing else, we are still going to not be in this 3D world, and we've got to be here. And so in order to do that, we need to get our feet on the ground and start moving forward, okay? So we're going to change the inside so that you can change the outside and the outside, your outside circumstances now, okay? So is it okay if I come into your space? Just say yes. All right. Okay, beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is clear out all the energy that never belonged to you in the first place that's in your body and in your space, okay? Whee! I was doing that. If you have not gotten my Clearing Your Space MP3, please write me an email or write down here. Write me an email at karen@thinktheta.com and I'll send it to you. I'm using it every morning, and I didn't use it for a couple of mornings, and I woke up and I had all this chatter in my head, and I woke up early and it wasn't even my stuff, and I'm like, what am I doing? So I had a nice little reminder. So if you'd like one, I'm happy to send that to you. All right, so we're clearing your space of all the energy that never belonged to you, that belongs to the collective, might belong to your loved ones, whoever it belongs to in all levels and all lifetimes. We're getting it out of there, sending it to God's light, replacing it with unconditional love and understanding and compassion. All right. And then we are also letting go of all harmful radiation that we're getting from our computers and our phones and from the cell towers that are so close by now in our lives. Let's just release all harmful radiation, send that also to God's light. There we go. If you only stay for that much, it's good. I want you to stay for longer, but stay for that. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty, so here we go. And I want to remind people that they can leave comments in the comment boxes, and it's like you can order up. If there's something you want, I'm happy to give it to you inside this healing. And I'm not seeing a lot of comments. I'm seeing attention, which is wonderful. But if you want anything, just let me know, okay? And if you are writing comments and I'm not getting it, then there's just something wrong with my Facebook, and I have no idea what to do about it, but you can let me know about it. Email me. And I'll check with my tech people on that. Okay. All right, so we're getting into this place where we're almost into our normal routine. We probably only had a week or two off. Some of us only had a day or two off. And then we're supposed to cross this line and go, now this year is going to be different. And sometimes right at the beginning, and we're just flooded with hope and we feel so good about it. And then we get back into our lives and go, oh, well, but all of these things are still happening the way they were, because it hasn't been, it's not like you were off for 6 months and you come back and you're like, now, blah, blah, blah. So, as the doubts may creep in here, or that other energy, those voices, those little inner bully voices coming in that, I'm unable to do this, I'll never be able to do this, I'm biting off more than I can chew. Let's make sure that all this energy and information is downloaded to you in all languages and all levels. There we go. Awesome. Okay, cool. And let's change those beliefs. Beautiful. Nice job. And there's everyone's against me, everything is against me. I'll never survive this life. Ooh, okay, that's a big one. Let's have God change that. I'm just reading into the collective right now what you are bringing your energy into, just by the fact that you come every week. All right. Let's remind you what it feels like to be a healthy 28-year-old person. And if you're younger than 28, a healthy person of your age. There we go. Okay. And so what I'm getting guided to do here is talk to you about incremental change. Now, I've talked about this for a long time, and I tell myself this all the time. It's sort of like if we're looking for changing our future, and we have to do it here, it's like we got to point the cannon or the laser beam just a little bit to the left or just a little bit to the right or wherever. When you change even 1 degree, if you go far enough out into your future, you're going to end up somewhere else. And so understand that incremental change is how you do this. Sometimes we look at our whole year right about now and go, that's too much. That's way too much for me to deal with right now. How the hell am I going to be able to do that? And so we just want to dial that back. Incremental change. What are the places that you want to make some changes in? Maybe you want to save more money this year. Also, why don't you this time, the next time you get your paycheck or the next time you get a check, that you take 10% out and put it towards either your savings account or towards an investment account. And that's an incremental change. And start doing that every single time. I know a lot of us are at least thinking about doing our taxes right now. We may not be there. I'm in the midst of it. I'm kind of like up to here with it. And what it's reminding me to do is be more not encyclopedic, but just be on it every month. I did a really good thing. I did 6 months worth a while ago in the summer, so I only had 6 months more that I had to do, and I'm still working on it, but it did cut my load down by a lot. But what I want to do now is my incremental change is going to be like, oh, okay, what if I start logging my expenses at the end of the week or at the end of the month? If I do that, even that incremental change is going to be different. And so Source is just giving you the insight of what it is that you want to do differently this year. That's really going to make this, give you this burst of energy. There we go. And I keep getting reminded about the space and clearing your space. I know we talked about, and I keep talking to you about 27/9, which is taking out 27 pieces of clutter out of your workspace, out of your living space for 9 days in a row. And if you miss a day, then you have to come back and start all over again. So I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it's because you probably, or your conscious at least wants you to get more clutter out than you're allowing yourself to do. So that's my thought. All right. So I invite you to do that if you haven't started it yet. It's a great game to play. You can do it all day long. Just take a few things, put it in a bag, take a few things, put it in a bag. By the end of the day, if you've got 27, you can put it in your giveaway pile, okay? And it makes such a huge difference. And what I noticed is how it helped me break through some resistance I had to doing certain things, doing certain projects. And what happened was that I still felt some resistance, but then when I said do it anyways, I could do it anyways, right? So remember, we don't have to achieve nirvana or be in this completely open space to get something done in order to get it done. Even if we could get to the point where maybe you're kicking and screaming just a little bit, but you're able to take yourself by the nape of the neck and move forward, good enough. If it gets done, then you get the reward of that being done. And once that reward comes in, it opens you up even more and makes you want to do more things that you've been resisting. So it's a really fun addiction. How's that? Just to that openness. And that's about completing incompletions. One of my favorite people on the planet, Deborah Poneman, who runs Yes to Success, which is one of the best classes I have ever taken. So when it ever comes around, I highly recommend that you do take it. She talks about completing incompletions. And what that means is, what are the things that have been on your list that need to get done, that have just been floating. It might have been, I need to call this person, I haven't talked to them in a million years. Or, I need to straighten out this or that, or whatever it is. They've just been floating around inside, so you can get away with not doing them. That's not hard. But all that energy is like you using this. You're putting it out, you're pushing it away, pushing it away, pushing it away. So when you complete those completions, it gives you that energy and that jetpack to move forward, which is why we're doing this right now. Okay. So what I'd like you to do right now is write down 3 incompletions, however small, however big, and then do them. All right? And this week, do 3 of them. Okay. And if you have any resistance to that, let's just have Source let you know what you were meant to learn from the resistance. Good job. Pull all the hooks, screws, and attachments to completing them. And if you want to put easy ones, do easy ones this week. That's fine. Here we go. And I also want you to think about right now and get the insight on what's one thing you'd really like to change this year. Like if it's how you deal with your money. Maybe you want to deal better with it. Maybe you deal with it okay, but you want to be better with it than it is. And have God give you the insight right now into what's the first incremental step that you can take towards that. Remember, we got, what's today's date? What do you like, the 10th or the 11th right now? I think it's the 11th. So you've got, minus 11, 365. So 354 more days to get this done. So incremental change is going to change that. It's going to help you with that. All right. It's like compound interest. All right. Beautiful. Good work. And so let's just teach you, let's see. You just have to have enough of that resistance gone so that you can move forward. And then let that other energy boost you out in front. And buoy you up from sinking down into these times. So think about that one thing you want to change. Will give you God's understanding on it. Let you know what you were meant to learn from having that issue. One of my business mentors, Susie Carter, who's wonderful, and I love her. And she says, your mess is your message. And I love that. So think about your mess. This is also the place where your obstacle is your path. It's the same thing. It just means that in this place, you are not loving yourself as much as you are in other places that are flowing. Same with me. Remember, I'm here with you. There we go. We all have upper limit problems, as we say. There we go. All right, my friends. Let's get on that now. I'll show you what it feels like to be hopeful. From God's perspective, to have confidence in yourself, to have confidence in incremental change. To have confidence that you can bring your resistance down to the place where you can actually move forward. Let you know what it feels like to be deserving of a better future, of a future that you really truly desire. Okay? To send love out to all those people who need it right now. And let's send healing out to all those who need a body healing. Let's do that right now and complete this session. Everybody gets a body healing. There we go. Beautiful. Let's let you know who you are from God's perspective with all of these changes that will continue to evolve for you. And center you in this dimension. Close all dimensional doors. Anchor and ground just means coming back in your body so you can come back and operate heavy machinery. And remember, if you have any requests, please put them in the comments. I would love to take them up and hand them out to you next time in the form of a healing. Awesome. And until next time, goodbye and God bless. See ya.